Hello and welcome, every pony. This is Brizuga, aka Page Sage, and this is another MLP Blind Commentary. Today, we'll be watching My Little Pony Season 5, Episode 16, Made in Manehattan. Now, I have heard a spoiler for this episode, and that would be that this is a rarity episode. Assuming that what I've heard is correct. Seriously? Another one? Alright, make that back-to-back-to-back rarity episodes. What the hell? Okay, enough exclaiming. Predictions! Well, it's probably going to be taking place in Manehattan. And we're probably going to be getting a new celebrity pony. Or the return of an old celebrity pony, which I'd actually prefer. And, yeah, that's all I've got for predictions. Let us move! And here we are again. At the castle. Oh, is this the first time we're actually seeing the library of the castle? Alright. Bored?
I'm bored.
Mm-hmm.
What you reading?
I've read all these books already.
Go get more. I'm sure you haven't read every book in the world.
And I'm bored. I want to do something. Things have been so slow around here and I just...
Oh, Twilight, darling! Oh, thank goodness! It seems that my...
Got here as fast as I could.
Mm-hmm.
Yes! Finally!
You're not...
I wonder where the map wants us to...
Twilight?
Yeah, you're not going. Go practice flying with Rainbow or something.
My little pony, my little pony.
Alright.
I used to wonder what friendship could be.
Interesting. We're getting a Rarity and Applejack episode. Fun.
Faithful and strong, sharing kindness. It's an easy feat, and magic makes it all complete. You have mine. Do you know you're all my very best friends?
Where do you think?
Well, I guess you're about to find out.
Oh, Manehattan!
Mm-hmm.
We've been called to Manehattan. Oh, I've simply been dying to go back for a visit. And now, I return with a purpose.
Because you didn't have a purpose before.
To this particular neighborhood here.
We're off to solve a friendship problem in one of the
Noel
busiest and most
Benvenuti.
vibrant cities in all of
Whatever.
Austria. Isn't
New
this
writer.
exciting?
Apparently.
Seems a hair odd though, don't it? Map calling me to a big city like Manehattan.
You may be more of a country pony at heart, Applejack, but the map picked you two because you're the best ponies to tackle this particular mission.
Whatever
How
that
do we
might
even
be.
know what our mission's supposed to be? That neighborhood probably has twice as many ponies as all of Ponyville.
More like 3 times. Why, it's not only home to the haypacking district, it's also home to the fashion district.
Interesting 2 districts to have in the same
Shame
place.
You weren't called as well, though, darling. You did end up quite a fan of the hustle and bustle of Manehattan on our last visit.
It's such an exciting city, and there's still so much I'd like to do there. So many museums and historical
She's
landmarks
gonna hit the
to
ceiling
visit,
again.
not to mention all the libraries. But this is your mission. Don't worry about me. I've got plenty of books to keep me busy.
Give me back my comic.
I just remembered something.
If you want to go to...
Sisterhood Social.
Uh-oh.
We'll have to miss it. No telling how long we'll be in Manehattan. I sure hope Apple Bloom and Sweetie Belle aren't too upset.
What you mean, won't be? They haven't heard yet. Sorry if you can hear that, I was adjusting my headset.
Oh, Manehattan, what you do to me?
Don't remind me. That's a lot of taxis.
Darling, are you all right?
Ponies move so fast here. Not at all like back home. Eyes peeled, ears open. Eyes peeled, ears open.
I'm sure whatever you're needed for, you should have gone.
Remember, Applejack, you're in the big city now. No moseying. You've got to walk with speed and confidence.
Move it! Sorry about that.
Get out of my way!
Sorry.
Watch it!
Hey, oh dear. What are my biscuits? I can barely cross the street in this town. How am I supposed to help solve a...
There! Yes, I think this is the one. No! Excuse me? That hat clashes with your mane. Not to mention it's far too large and will undoubtedly obstruct your vision. Oh dear, none of these will do. Oh, Applejack, what good timing! Here, this will do splendidly. Oh, it's lovely. How much would you like for it? Oh, no, please, keep it. I can always make another. Thank you. And you thought we wouldn't discover our purpose here.
You think that was what the map called you out for?
I'm pretty sure that wasn't it.
Mm-hmm.
What? We just saved that poor pony from committing a terrible crime of fashion. Well, she could have been meeting a friend, would have laughed at a new hat, and then their friendship could have been ruined forever.
Like friendship, then.
It's possible.
Did your cutie mark glow signifying a job well done?
Yeah. No, I suppose it didn't.
Starts answering
The
before she
disaster
looks.
was averted.
Averted? You just lost me a paying customer.
Oh my! Oh, I am so sorry. I never meant to.
Beat it!
Please accept my sincerest apologies for the misunderstanding. And might I add, what a lovely establishment you have here. You're right, Applejack.
I like that guy's hat.
The search continues.
Excuse me? I was just wondering, friendship
You should probably just look
going?
around.
See, we've been sent here to... a map summoned us, and,
That
if
guy
you could
was
just
tall.
take a moment to...
Friendship advice! Any pony looking for friendship advice?
No,
Good
is that
grief.
Charlie
This
Brown?
isn't working.
I'm not sure what we're supposed to
Oy.
do. To be honest,
I saw a
I'm still
Charlie
not
Brown
even
pony.
sure what the map called me here for.
Oh, try not to worry, Applejack. The map picked us for a reason. Although how am I supposed to uncover that reason? I haven't a clue.
Just walk around.
Approach every single pony in town until we find out what we're meant
Slap.
to do. Please help us restore our long-lost but beloved tradition, the Midsummer Theater Revival, with a guest performance by local theater troupe, the Method Mayors, as well as games, food, and much, much more. This event promises to bring our Brooklyn neighbors together and restore our sense of community, but there's so much to do and we need your help. Huh. Darling, this is it! The contact on the flyer is Coco Pommel!
Oh, right. She's the one who got a job making costumes for that designer friend of yours.
Don't you
Hooray.
see? This must be
I was
why the
hoping
map
she'd
called us
reappear.
here. Oh, and you were so worried.
Well, I suppose it's at least worth looking into. That is, if we can ever get off this street corner.
I can't believe you found my flyer. Quite a coincidence, don't you think? Applejack and I were specifically summoned here to be of service. And you, my dear friend, are in need of help. It's no coincidence, darling. It's fate!
This Midsummer Theater Revival, what is it exactly?
Yeah.
An outdoor play held at the community park. Many moons ago, local theater troupes would perform, and ponies in the neighborhood would help make the costumes and design set pieces, prepare food to share during
apparently
the
you were
performance.
Y'all do look like you're enjoying each other's company. Kinda reminds me of Ponyville.
It sounds lovely, darling.
It was, up until several moons ago.
What happened?
That's Charity Kindheart. She was a well-known costume designer on Bridleway. She started the Midsummer Theater Revival as a way to share her passion for theater with the neighborhood. No matter how busy she was, she always made time for the revival. But when she moved away to be closer to her grandfillies, the neighborhood lost the special tradition she had started. And worse, the sense of community it fostered.
Hey, I'm trotting here! No pony else stepped up to take over for Charity?
I've been trying to, but I've just gotten a last-minute request to alter costumes for the cast of My Fair Filly, and I'm afraid I haven't made much progress. Oh, there's just so much to do to bring back the Midsummer Revival, and my flyers haven't attracted a single volunteer.
Say no more. You finish up your work, and by this time tomorrow, you'll be up to your mane in ponies who want to lend a hoof. Applejack and I will make sure of it.
You will?
You bet your boots we will.
Oh, I don't
That's
wear
not as
boots.
easy as it sounds
I
on
finally
paper.
chafe my calves when I walk.
It's just an expression.
So you see, the method mares are only available on this one day, and we need all the help we can get with preparations.
Yeah, not a good time right now. What am I saying? It's never a good time.
Well, what do you think?
I got my own problems. You think I got hours to dedicate to some pony else's?
Ah, yes. Charity's Midsummer Theater Revival. Such wonderful memories.
So you'll help us?
Oh, don't be ridiculous. I run a very important oat and hay import-export business. What? I can't spare even a moment for such things.
What are you doing right now?
This is a nightmare.
Oh, not at all, darling. It's quite lovely.
I think she was talking about the Midsummer Theater Revival.
I finished the alterations for My Fair Filly, but have barely started the costumes for the revival, and the method mares are coming to the park tomorrow for a costume fitting and rehearsal.
Well, I could help you with the costumes.
But what are we going to do about the rest? The park is in desperate need of repairs, and the sets still need to be built.
I was gonna say, can't you
Well,
call
I
in
know
some
a thing or
favors
two about
already? Don't
building
you have
and
any
fixing
pull
things.
around here yet?
It's kinda, well, my thing. Could be the reason the map called me here.
You see, dear, we went out looking for volunteers when all the help you need is right here.
Uh-huh.
The map wouldn't have chosen just Applejack and me if it was more than we could handle. Everything is going to be just fine.
Perhaps I spoke too soon.
Oh dear, you're right. Are you sure you can manage this by yourself?
Well, there's a lot to do. But Rarity's right. The map wouldn't have called us here if we weren't up for the challenge. You two go on and take care of the costumes. I'll see you at the dress rehearsal.
You better get started. For a second, I thought a song was gonna start. Just some nice background music. Why don't you get some heavier tools? Rip hat. You better move. Her hat's just gonna keep getting destroyed.
I know it looks bad, but I'm moving as fast as I can.
Don't worry, we've still got plenty of time. Everything's going to be...
Excuse me. Is this where the Midsummer Theater Revival is supposed to be, par chance?
We're here for the dress rehearsal.
Oh yes, we've just put the finishing touches on the costumes.
At least those look professional.
We'll do a dry run of the play first, and then the fitting.
No, wait! I haven't gotten a chance to... reinforce the stage yet.
You know, forget
wanted to
volunteer
live up
work.
to
Why don't you
Charity's
just hire a
example,
few people to
to
help
bring
you?
my neighborhood together again. The park is still a mess. We haven't even thought about what refreshments to serve during the performance. And even if we had, we don't have a stage for the Method Mayors to perform on. It's hopeless. Just hopeless. I don't understand. The map summoned us here to solve a friendship problem. We've clearly found it. But why did it send the two of us? Why not Twilight? I'm sure she could have used her magic to transform this park in an instant.
I've been thinking the same thing. I mean, I can at least see why you're here. Coco's your friend, and you have an eye for costumes and all. But me? I was never gonna be able to finish a project this big.
We'll return to Ponyville as failures. Why must this be Applejack? Why? Why? Why?
Melodramatic.
Now, hold on there. I'm not suggesting we pack up and go home.
Then what are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we stop worrying about what we can't do and start doing what we can. I think I've got a plan. It won't be anything big or fancy, but it'll be something. And something's gotta be better than nothing, right?
I suppose so.
That's the spirit. Sorta.
Well, I was about to say, Applejack's gonna need a new hat by the end of this, but
All right, y'all.
she's got a whole closet of
Get
them. And, you know, bows for Apple Blow.
Should we go ahead and start?
Excuse me? I'm Charity Kindheart. I'm here about the open design position. I brought some samples of my work. I'm sorry I'm late. I had the hardest time finding my way here. I just moved here, and I keep getting mixed up by the street names. I had a map, but I dropped it in a puddle, which only made the street names harder to read.
I see.
What is that?
I don't know, so that looks like some kind of play.
Well, can we stay and watch it, please? Please, can we?
Oh, all right. I suppose we could stay for a minute.
Excuse me, but your next appointment is here.
All right, send him in. I'm sorry.
You don't exactly
but
need the
based
best
on these
stage.
samples,
You do have actors.
I just don't think this is the place for you. Don't get me wrong. These clothes are all exquisite and well made, but more theatrical than avant-garde. Have you considered costume design? I have a contact on Bridal Way. If you're interested, I can put you in touch with him. And see.
Charity, dear!
Yeah, I was gonna say, you just need to attract some attention. Then you'll have volunteers to help make it better.
Oops.
Oh, let me help you, dear. Are these the costumes you've been working on?
Yes, I was supposed to be finished by now, but there's just so much to do, and I still have a few last-minute alterations to make before opening night. I'm sorry I couldn't get enough tickets for every pony in the neighborhood. I hope Mr. Pear Blossom wasn't too disappointed. I know Trotter on the Roof is one of his favorites.
Oh, my dear Philly, don't worry about that. We're so proud of you. We shall be with you in spirit.
Thank you. You've all made me feel so welcome here, and have become like family to me. I just wish I could share this experience with you and the others.
That's weird. I'm not actually
what's
watching a
going
play, but
It's the Midsummer Theater Revival. The Method Mayors are performing.
I feel like not talking.
Yeah, my pop used to bring me.
So nice of you to put on this play for the neighborhood.
I couldn't have done it without every pony's help.
I feel like
I
I'm
know it's
rude
not
if I
right
say
away,
something during the
but-
play.
Oh, pistosh. It's perfect, dear.
Oh, you're
Hey,
such a
it's that
dear.
tourist guy
Thank
again.
you. This is so nice. Haven't seen the neighborhood this friendly since Charity moved away.
Thank you, fillies and gentlecoats. Please give a warm welcome to the one who made this entire event possible, our neighbor, Coco Pommel.
Up on the stage you go.
Thank you all so much for coming. The Midsummer Theater Revival was always something that meant so much to me, and it seems it means quite a lot to all of you as well. I really can't take all the credit, though. My dear friends Rarity and Applejack helped me ever so much.
Oh, darling, please. It was just a few costumes.
Oh, shucks. I just happened to be good with a hammer is all. To be honest, we had much bigger plans to start. When those fell through, we decided to simplify. This here was the result.
Oh, don't be so modest. Coco and I were lost.
You bet your boots we were.
And now you got some people interested, you could probably make it a bit bigger. Maybe go back to your original plans.
We just wanted to see how much we enjoyed the Midsummer Theater Revival, and how much it inspired us. Oh, yeah?
I used to think that to help my community, I had to do something big. And let's face it, in this day and age, who has the time for such a commitment? But here, you did something as simple as building a stage and putting on a play, and look at how it's brought every pony together.
I saw Coco's flyers for volunteers, but didn't think anything I'd have time to do would be that useful. Now I wish I'd offered to help. Even if it was just pulling a few weeds or planting a few flowers. Not sure if you noticed, but the park is far from being fixed up. I imagine if you look around, you'll find there's lots of little ways for you to get involved in changing this place for the better. And I will!
And I don't think we'll be alone.
Mission complete.
Yahoo! We did it!
I understand now. It all makes perfect sense.
What?
Huh?
What could you have further understood?
I know why the mask called you here.
You do?
If Twilight had used her magic to fix the park, it wouldn't have fixed the real problem. Which is that these Manehattan ponies didn't think they had time to do something for their community. But by building that stage and making sure the play went on, you showed them that just by doing something small, you can make a big difference.
Well,
That's an old lesson.
Seems you have more in common with the Manehattan ponies than you thought.
But all the same, I'd sure like to head back to Ponyville on the next train. I want to check in with Apple Bloom and find out how the system of social turned out.
That guy has such an ogre face.
Just as soon as I stop that pony in the shop over there from purchasing that dreadfully hideous scarf! Stop! You're making a terrible mistake!
And custom music. Okay. Oh, that episode kind of flew right by. All right. Hasbro. And that was My Little Pony Season 5, Episode 16, Made in Manehattan. But first, I do want to apologize. I noticed that I talked, like, very little during this commentary. For some reason, I just found this episode really difficult to commentate on. Just didn't find anything to say. But regardless, I did find this a really good episode. Like, a great episode. It was very, very well made. That new writer knows what they're doing. And I was very happy to see Coco Pommel return. Well, yeah, she was like a bit of a fan favorite when she appeared, despite being a one-off character. So yeah, it was really nice to see her return. And I also enjoyed the humor of this episode. It was a bit more subtle and calm than other episodes, like Pinky episodes, for instance. It was a very sort of serene humor, but of course that was because it was Applejack and Rarity. And I found myself noticing the background music a bit more in this episode. It felt a bit more spiced up and unique than, usual. And then finally there's the moral, which was very, very, very old. And that is one lesson that's been done to death. But not to say that it shouldn't. It is a very core lesson. That old basic moral of no matter how small the contribution, as long as enough people contribute, it can lead up to something big, something great. Basically just, you know, to contribute, at least in some small way. It helps. Every little bit helps. Very, very old lesson. Surprised it took them 5 seasons to tackle it. But, yeah. Wow, that's, I think that's really it. That's all I have to say for this episode. Sorry. I think the serious problem here is that this episode really speaks for itself. It's very straightforward. But yeah, as I said, that's all I have to say for this episode. I'll see you all next time, and until next time, enjoy the music.